Let's talk about the future of the Republican Party. It's a hot topic right now, and honestly, it's one that could shape the political landscape for years to come. So, what's the deal? Are we looking at a party that will continue to appeal primarily to a white demographic, or are we on the verge of something more inclusive? The answer isn't straightforward, and it hinges on a few critical factors that we need to unpack. First off, let's address the elephant in the room: demographic shifts in the United States. The country is changing, folks. It's becoming more racially and ethnically diverse, and that's not just a trend, it's a reality. If the Republican Party wants to remain competitive in national elections, it can't afford to ignore these shifts. Think about it. If they stick to their current base, without reaching out to other communities, they risk becoming a minority party. And let's be real, nobody wants to be the party that can't win elections. That would be like trying to sell ice to Eskimos. Ineffective and ultimately doomed. Now let's talk policy and messaging. This is where things get a little tricky. If the party continues to focus on issues that resonate only with its current supporters, it's going to struggle to attract a more diverse electorate. It's like throwing a party and only inviting your closest friends while ignoring the neighbors who might want to join in. Sure, you'll have a good time, but eventually, that party is going to get stale. On the flip side, if the GOP can shift its policy or messaging to address the real concerns of minority groups, it could open the doors to a broader coalition of supporters. It's about being relatable, about recognizing that people want to feel seen and heard. It's not just about the votes. It's about building a community. Leadership plays a significant role in this as well. The direction of the party will largely depend on who's at the helm. If future leaders prioritize inclusivity and adapt their strategies to reflect changing demographics, we could be looking at a revitalized party that resonates with a wider audience. Imagine a Republican Party that embraces diversity, not just in rhetoric, but in action. That could be a game changer. But if the leadership stays stuck in old ways, clinging to a narrow vision of what the party should be, they risk alienating the potential supporters. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It just doesn't work. And let's not forget the electoral consequences. The outcomes of upcoming elections could serve as a wake-up call for the party. If they consistently underperform, especially in key demographics, it might prompt some serious introspection. Nobody likes losing, and if the party finds itself struggling due to a shrinking base, it might finally be time to rethink their strategy. It's like being on a sinking ship. At some point, you have to patch the holes or risk going down with it. Cultural dynamics are another crucial piece of this puzzle. The broader cultural landscape in the U.S. is evolving, and the Republican Party's ability to align with these changes will significantly impact its long-term viability. People's values and norms are shifting, and if the party can't adapt, it risks becoming irrelevant. It's about more than just politics. It's about connecting with people on a human level. If the party can tap into the cultural zeitgeist, it could resonate with younger voters and diverse communities who are looking for a platform that reflects their experiences. So, what's the bottom line? The future of the Republican Party is hanging in the balance, and it will likely depend on its ability to adapt to these changing demographics and societal trends. If they fail to do so, they could find themselves relegated to the sidelines, struggling for relevance in a more diverse America. But on the other hand, if they take proactive steps to evolve, they could secure their place in the political arena for years to come. It's not just about winning elections, it's about building a party that represents the people. It's about creating a space where everyone feels included, where diverse voices are not just heard but celebrated. The Republican Party has a choice to make. Will they embrace the future, or will they cling to the past? The answer to that question could very well determine their fate in the coming years. And as voters, it's our responsibility to hold them accountable. We should demand a party that reflects the rich tapestry of America, one that recognizes that diversity is not just a challenge to overcome, but an opportunity to grow and thrive. So, let's keep the conversation going. What do you think? Can the Republican Party evolve, Or is it too late for them to change course? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive into this discussion together. Because at the end of the day, our democracy is strongest when all voices are heard.